Ball Facts coming back at you again, and we gonna give you the facts. Today we're gonna get in part 2 of this interview with AB the Hero. I seen Alan's new video, but I don't want to address it all the way because at this channel we bring out the facts, we bring out the stats, and it's doing it to not tear anybody down. We do it to build people up, to encourage people. And a lot of those people are in the Ball family, but like that's what I do. I'm not bringing out these facts to tear anybody down. I wouldn't want to have a YouTube channel about all the tea, all the gossip, and it's just to really slander people and tear them down. So with that being said, we know what Alan's doing. Alan's doing all of his information to make somebody look bad, to try to, it's for their detriment. So it's like I'm going back and forth about whether I should do a video on it or not. And I see, like, last night, within 24 hours, it didn't even have 3K views. So I'm like, you know what? I'm not going to even bring a lot of light to what he's saying, because he says one thing real and then 20 things around it that are irrelevant and malicious and just bad, you know? So with that being said, I want to get back to this AB the Hero interview. And this is very interesting because where we pick up is AB the Hero is basically saying he's not sure if Alan really did it. He's saying he thinks that it could be a possibility that the money just got lost. And I'm going to respond to that. But y'all keep checking out this interview. And I thank y'all for just sticking with me, y'all. Let's go.
Much that the accounting was just bad, and literally they just spent the $1.5 million and just can't nobody account for it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it could be just a clerical error just as much as it could be stolen.
Okay. Now, when you've seen Alan for the first time, I know you heard about his rap sheet, basically what he did in the past to get sentenced to prison. By being around him, would you think that's something that he could have done? Did he seem like you just would never suspect that this guy would do something like that?
Like I said, man, he a business guy. It's like the Wolf of Wall Street, right?
Yeah.
Like he stole hundreds of millions of dollars, defrauded people, you know what I mean? And if you around him today and he tried to give you some business advice, you're going to take it. You know what I'm saying? If he telling you how to sell, he teach courses. And so I wouldn't have been surprised by that. And when you talk to Alan, man, he got so many stories, like of even like the story from his perspective that I got, and even like was corroborated by a lot of those folks, of like how they all started working together is not necessarily the story that you hear from like an ESPN or in the, you know what I mean, kind of in all of the details of what's happening. You know, it's not quite like that where he got out of jail, he met them, and then started preying on them right away. You know what I'm saying? Like right now, and he is like whatever around the country. But according to folks inside the organization who I talked to, whenever they started really trying to say, all right, we got this brand, we need to take it to the next level, he wasn't in the country then. He was in Morocco and running a business, and they called him from over Morocco, and he came back to kind of be a part of the Big Baller brand, is the way that story is told. You know, wow. But that's not stuff that you like, you know, and people don't necessarily talk about that, you know. He's a guy who, and just from his own account, like rather live internationally, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Not here in the United States. So he has kind of always did that. So now him being in, like I seen he got the videos out now where he like in Colombia or Romania or whatever. When I was working with him and we were traveling for the JBA, and he was just talking to me about like the stuff that he passionate about, that's the type of stuff that he just was already passionate about. So
you saying he might not?
So I could. I mean,
you saying he might just be on vacation?
Yeah, I don't think that. Yeah, not even vacation. Like he just could be home. Like he would rather have a house in a different country than have a house here in the United States.
Okay. Now, do you believe what he
So
said?
yeah,
Do you believe what he said about? He said LeVar stole money from his sons. Do you believe that?
no, I don't believe that.
And see,
I
that's the
think
thing that
that
makes him more suspect to me. Like, say Allen came out with
yeah,
videos and said, "I didn't do it. It's a misunderstanding. The books didn't get kept right. Please believe me. I didn't do it." Then it's like a lot of people, as far as my subscribers, will believe him. But the fact that he comes out and he goes and he says that LeVar stole money from his sons, then he comes and claps back at Tina, who's sitting there, doing nothing but just trying to recover. Then he tries to go at Mello, and this is what's making everybody suspect of him. Like, when if you're yelling that loud, then maybe you're telling a lie. So I don't know if you watch any of my videos. I don't really hold back on him or what he's done, only because it's just too many words. But
yeah.
I don't know. What is your
Nah,
take about him talking about Lonzo's injury and Melo's education
yeah.
and Tina's parenting? How do you feel about him doing all that?
I would say I agree with you. I think that it's kind of uncalled for, right? I think that when you have folks who have been that close and they like brothers, to feel like you have to come out and kind of, you know what I mean, start, like I was saying earlier, slinging and starting to tear people down like that. To me, I feel like that's uncalled for. So I say, with him, making the videos and kind of exposing them or whatnot, like I think that that's this is not necessary at all, right? I do believe that he is the one out of the whole group who is going to like stands to suffer the most by having a tarnished image, right? So if you're a businessman and then folks are saying that you stealing money, you already been convicted of that, you probably feel more inclined to like take drastic measures to save your name. I think that like it's not necessarily necessary for him to do that, but I could see where, what I'm saying, it's kind of back against the wall and he may be just trying to throw haymakers. But I do think that the approach is wrong. But from my experience in just creating content, people like that juicy stuff. Like if he came out tomorrow and said, you know what, man, it's a misunderstanding. The receipts I lost them. We were dealing in cash. I was paying people underneath the table and all that. People wouldn't care. You know what I mean? They would say that's BS as well. If you come out and say LeVar stole something, Lonzo ankles is messed up, LeVar, Melo did all of this, people gonna click that and they're gonna watch it. So I feel like that's more so what he's trying to do is get them clicks and try to turn this into a positive, but I think that it's kind of unnecessary.
To me, that shows that your friendship with them wasn't really worth it. If you will throw away a friendship that long for some clicks, then everything is in question.
Yeah, but it's not clicks, it's money.
Same clicks, thing. Clicks equal money in our world.
Yeah. Clicks equal money and your reputation equals money. So like this is what I was saying. So it's like, here's one of the issues that I had with the entire brand and all of that stuff is like the JBA. Like they have all these players who, a lot of them have had an opportunity to go play ball professionally, travel the world, and do all of these amazing things. But at the end of it, there are a few guys who would have benefited from some extra support. So when like they say, all right, we're not doing the JBA no more, it don't matter to Melo, Jello, LeVar, they're going to be straight. It's the other guys who take the hit. So it's the same thing with Allen. Is if he come out and all of a sudden he a thief and stole his money and he feel like he didn't do it, he takes a bigger hit in that situation because he can't do business with nobody no more. You know what I'm saying? So it's about getting clicks, but it's about like having people tune in so you have an opportunity to clear your name if you feel like you have if you have a name that needs to be cleared per se. But like I said, I'm and I think that is because I know all of them, that I don't necessarily like feel like I want to give them the benefit of the doubt. I just feel like I may understand why you would want to do that.
I get you.
I know that it had to. I watched the interview where LeVar, like Lonzo said, like this is like my second dad, and then LeVar being like he ain't even part of the family. You know what I mean? Like I know that had to hurt. Like I watched them to talk about being brothers, and then for him to say that they not even, he was never in the family. Like that had to hurt. So I'm sure that call is what made him feel like he needed to do that. But that's just the same thing. Like I wouldn't have done that. I go back to these JBA guys. A lot of these JBA guys, like I said, got a great opportunity, but a lot of them got slighted. A lot of them feel hurt. I talk to them and they feel like they're not being supported the proper way, but you don't hear that. You know what I mean? Because they have a different level of kind of character, and they're not going to just like they could. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
These guys got stories that they could come out and be telling and affect everybody's character involved, but they don't do that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so I love those.
All right, y'all. That's it for this second part. I don't mean to cut this up in so many pieces. I'm sorry, y'all, but we got on the phone and we just talked for a long time. And so I got to cut it up like this. But we covered so many things. But y'all stay with me because y'all going to want to see part 3. Subscribe, like, comment, share, hit the notification bell. Ball facts again. Peace.